campaigny. That's a new word. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram marketing for business, and I am going to give you my Instagram marketing daily checklist. So these are things that I do every single day on Instagram for the different accounts that I handle. So these are things that you want to be doing every single day if you are trying to grow your Instagram account or even have a presence on Instagram and get the most out of your account. These are things that you should do every day. If not every day, you should at least be doing these every other day. So the first one is to post daily, and you can either schedule these all out, but even if you schedule them out, you're still going to be getting a push notification, whether you're using Hootsuite, Buffer, Later. You're always going to be getting that notification from that scheduler, but that is something that you need to be doing at least daily, is posting. And after you post, you need to be using your hashtags, so 25 to 30 hashtags. So number two item that is on my checklist of things to do daily on Instagram is to post a story. So you should have some sort of content plan and strategy going forward with your stories. If you haven't come up with a specific strategy for stories, a little hack for you is you can actually use your profile picture and put a story up over that picture, and then put some text in there about your product, about your service, or possibly even what you captioned with the photo, because there's some people on Instagram that are watching mainly the stories instead of scrolling through the news feed. So you definitely want to have both going on there, and I suggest doing 1 to 3 story slides a day. I normally lean more towards the 3 so that you can kind of gauge your analytics to see if you're getting a lot of people that watch every single story, and to see what your completion rate on the stories are. Third thing that you need to be doing every day on Instagram is scrolling through your newsfeed and liking other people's photos that you're following, and also commenting on these photos. So the extent to how many that you do a day, that is strictly up to you and the time that you've designated towards Instagram and what you're trying to accomplish. So that's something that's definitely unique per business or per person that's handling the account. So you need to be commenting and liking through the newsfeed. Next one on the checklist is you need to be watching all of your followers' stories, or as many as you can. I know when you start getting following a lot of people, it's kind of time consuming to watch everyone's stories, but be watching as many as you can. You're not only getting to know your followers, but you're having the chance of getting your business in the people that have watched their story, so they can see if they're going to go through and scroll and see who's been watching. They can see that you were actually watching. And this is very important for if you are B2C, because they are more likely to go through and see who was actually watching their stories, because they're actually probably looking for a specific person, whether they have a crush on that person, or maybe they're seeing if a certain friend watched it. So they're definitely looking through and scrolling to see who's actually watched the story. So if they see your business name, they're like, oh, this business just watched me. That's interesting. So definitely be doing that. On top of watching everyone's stories, you also need to be sending messages, so DMing, replying to these people's stories or to these businesses' stories. That way you are actually engaging with them on top of watching the story. So next thing on our checklist is you actually need to be following other accounts. So personally, and when I am growing other Instagram accounts, I don't recommend following more than 100 accounts per day. And I only say that because I am a big advocate for knowing who you are following, especially on Instagram. That way you can be building relationships with these people at the same time. So I follow usually 25 to 75 a day. But like I said, you can scale this depending on your actual Instagram strategy and what your goals are with Instagram and how much time you actually have. So that is my checklist. I actually have one bonus thing for you, and this is something that I do weekly instead of daily, but you can add this into your daily routine as well, and that is messaging accounts. So messaging people that actually already follow you. So you can do this kind of campaigny wise. That's a new word. You can actually do this. You can maybe launch a campaign, or you can also just ask other people how they're doing. If you are B2B, ask them if they have a promotion going on. Hey, how are you? Do you have any promotions going on? Is there anything I can do for you? Stuff like that. That way you're not always asking for them to do something for you. Another thing you can do is launch a certain campaign, and you can maybe you have your own promotion going on, and that week you decide to message a whole bunch of accounts and say, hey, we have this going on. I would love it if you helped us spread the word. That is something that you can do as well. So direct messages I like to have in my strategy. I actually, like I just said, I do them all in one day on like a weekly basis. So I'll message like 25 to 50 accounts in one day, but you can also add this into your daily checklist for Instagram marketing and maybe message like 4 or 5 in one day and do that each day. So those are my Instagram marketing daily checklist things that I do every single day on Instagram to keep a good rhythm going and keep the strategy moving, constantly posting, engaging constantly, and building the account by following people as well. What do you do on Instagram every day? Please add anything that I may have missed or that I should add to my Instagram strategy. I will see y'all next week. I have been posting on possibly Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. I'm actually trying to experiment at this point in time, not just with ease of me being able to shoot and edit and post, but also to see what posting times are doing the best. So, but still be expecting a video next week. I will see y'all later. Hit me up on Instagram. I want to hear from you.